Let's talk about a few things I would do different next year. We planted these shrubs in the back, which I love. This is Scabiosa. Gets big, beautiful flowers. That I would keep. The dogwood bush I would keep. This, no. These are straw flowers. Absolutely not supposed to get nearly 5 feet tall. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but they don't belong here. And I'm not sure if these come back every year. They will be marked to come out in the spring. The cherry brandy Rebecca, if it comes back, because there's mixed reviews on my zone, that's coming out. It's just too big because I got the bushes. I have 3 bushes along the back. That one's okay. This one's buried. The other one kind of buried. So straw flowers out. I mean, seriously, look at how tall they are. This is variegated columbine. I'd keep that at least another year. It gets pretty tall. I planted lupin between the bushes. Those will definitely come out. These tickseed will definitely stay. The coneflowers may stay or get pushed to the back. But as far as the front bed, yeah, I had an abundance of plants this year, so everything went in, but nothing was supposed to get this tall. But it did. So, leaves me with some work to do next year, but that's okay because I'll be able to save these plants and put them elsewhere. On to the next spot. This is a box. Initially, I was going to plant herbs in off the deck, but I love it. I love everything about it. I'll do the same thing next year. I have zinnias in the back. There's some petunias in there, alyssum, and geraniums. I would totally do that again. Okay, the pond. I'm not sure what we were thinking when we put all the burgundy things on this side. There is a little something on that side, but you can't see it. So, next year I'm going to remove this shrub, and it's going to go somewhere where the geraniums are. I'm going to pull out some of the phlox. I already have a spot for that. But I have burgundy grasses on this side, this burgundy plant, the burgundy shrub coming out the back, but no burgundy here. So with moving this shrub over here, it will be burgundy in the center, and then burgundy there. And I think that will be a better choice. Other than that, all of these plants, with the exception of those snapdragons that are just stunning, will come back, and the geraniums, but that was just extra plants I had. So yeah, and the cannas I'll dig up the bulbs and save them over the winter and replant them there because I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's one thing I would do different over here. And then this area, I don't think I would change anything there. I like the coneflowers. The coleus won't come back, which I'm fine with because next year the coneflowers will be even bigger than they are this year. Those are first year coneflowers. So, yeah. Now let's go to the garden. Alright, garden changes. I am propagating some of that sage because I almost lost it last year, which I've had that plant for 20 some odd years, so I need to propagate it. I need to get out these strawberries and either make another bed or dispose of them. Garlic will have to get, or onions will have to get moved next year. Garlic is going to have to get moved next year, which it's time to harvest. So I think I'm going to do that after this video. So those are some changes. Now let's go look at the rest of it. These beds that I covered and made into a greenhouse, and then I have shade on the south side, shade cloth. I would 100% do this again. Absolutely, positively do this again. The tomatoes are way healthier looking than anything I plant in a raised bed without it or in the ground. The only thing I might change, well, I will change, hopefully, is not put 8 to 10 plants in these. And the only reason I did that is because I had grown so many from seed and I had so many left over, and I didn't really need tomatoes this year. I had plenty canned, but I had the plants, so I planted them. We'll make more salsa and stuff like that with them. But this is the pepper bed, and as you can see, I think there's 10 plants in here, along with basil, along with marigolds, but they are producing like mad. So regardless of the fact that there's 10 plants in here and it's an 8 by 10 bed, they are still loving their surroundings. I mean, I picked peppers a couple days ago and they're just, the jalapenos are going crazy. Habaneros I got in here, bells I got in here. Yeah, I would do it again. Now for the tomatoes. One thing, if you saw any of the other videos, I would not plant Amish tomatoes again. They're too susceptible to blight, and I am over the blight. It just spreads into other plants. However, I thought I had blight in here on my Amish, and I do not. So covering them so they don't get the rain on all their leaves has definitely helped. All these beds have straw on them, so they're mulched. There's no backsplash. This one hanging out is aroma, and the fruit is just incredible. Really happy with the way these are producing in here. I've already picked several tomatoes out of this bed as opposed to any other bed that I have. So the ground tomatoes and the tomatoes in the other raised bed that do not have this greenhouse effect, I have not. I've pulled a couple tomatoes. This bed, I pulled a ton. So I will do it again. I probably won't put 10 plants in there. Like I said, I had so many extra and I didn't really need tomatoes this year. It's not my, I try to do an abundance of tomatoes every other year. And then I can, and that canning gets us through, what, the 2 years or whatever. So every other year I am canning. So I would do this again, but not in this kind of scale. But over here, I've been saying this for 2 years, these cone flowers in the front have to go, and plant more low-lying plants like the black-eyed Susan there, or daisies, and just keep the front low and the back high, which, I'm sorry, I didn't know these cone flowers would get 4 to 5 feet tall. The ones in the back are definitely that tall. Random sunflowers that pop up that I'm just, if you have the heart to grow there, then who am I to take you out? So we leave them. Of course, all the flowers, they're bee, hummingbird pollinators, everybody loves them. So we leave them. But these cone flowers, I have a home for them for next year. Everything will get marked this fall on what's coming out with a stake. And that way when it emerges in the spring, I'll know what's coming and what's staying. So big changes for these beds for sure. My carrot bed, Like I said, I thought I had plenty in the freezer from last year. I do not. I really should be putting carrot seeds in the ground right now, but not happening. I'm not really sure what happened to my kale this year. I don't know. Have no clue. Beans. I finally got my first harvest off my little few bean plants here. I did have plenty in the freezer from last year, but I wanted to can some this year. So I did grow a little bit just to do that of this style. And then this bed is tomatoes. I always throw onions in the side because I have them. I started them from seed. I have this ginormous zucchini coming out I think my plan next year, I also have one on the other side. I will put 2 zucchini plants here on the end and let them trail, and then leave the rest of the bed for whatever I choose to grow in there. So that's the change I'll make with this bed. And here's the ground tomatoes. I need to stake some up, obviously. They're on the ground. That happened with some rain and windstorm we got recently. Nothing I would really change here. I think I would do in my growing tomato season, like the every other year thing, if I needed tomatoes, this would be for, there's 5 on each side. I would probably go 4 on each side, but I don't know that would matter either. They've done well. They've definitely done well. These are my cucumbers that I've grown several new varieties this year. Fantastic. Absolutely love them. I've always been one that says you find one you like, stick with it. But I experimented this year with, I think, 3 different varieties and 3 additional varieties to the ones that I'm used to. And I'm super happy with them. They're smooth, they're not spiky, they're just great, and they taste fantastic. Last well in the fridge. We eat at least 1 a day with dinner. Little salt, it's perfect. So I'm not pickling anything. If I was, I would be picking these guys because that's what you pick for pickling. And I think that's my goal next year is I'll make some butter pickles, I'll make some dill pickles and stuff like that. But this year, nope. Cabbages. I would do this 100% again. Absolutely loved it. I have, I believe, 4 or 5 different varieties. There's tags where I switched, like underneath the leaves, it tells me what varieties. Some of these I've already pulled out. The reds are doing fantastic. Look at the heads on those guys. Much later than the green, which is fine. I have been making so much coleslaw and we love that. This one I read if you just cut the head off and leave the greens, it will grow more little baby ones, and that's exactly what it's doing. It's got 1, 2, 4 little heads starting on there, which is cool and a fun experiment. And then these ones I just cut off at the base. Cut that one off. Cut that one off. But yeah, I think, look at how beautiful. Just beautiful. I love them. So I would not change a thing here. Now let's go into the flower section. The alyssum petunias were just extra plants I had, which I shoved in the ground, and I think they look fantastic. I will definitely reserve or grow more for this area next year. So many daisies in here. There's 3, and then I come around the corner, there's 3, and this I've got a deadhead, but that's my salvia, so that pretty soon probably won't get the light that it needs. But like I said, extra petunias, extra alyssum. So yeah, I am happy with this bed. I think it looks beautiful, especially in this little circle walkway. These, very mixed reviews for me on this stuff. I mean, these are stunning. Clearly the bees love the snapdragons. Snapdragons, 110%, I will plant them again. I'm not sure what else will go in this bed. I'm not sure if it'll be petunias, but I will do snapdragons in here and zinnias. Same with this bed. I mean, look at how just stunning those are. And they're so pretty. You bring them in the house and it's so much color. The potatoes are drying up, which is absolutely fantastic. They started sticking out of the ground, so we've covered them up. I'm going to put some straw on them to keep them in there longer. But if we wanted potatoes right now, we could pull what we need and eat as we go. I don't need them yet, so I got potatoes in the house. But we'll be pulling these moving forward into the fall. Anything that we need, we'll come out and dig a hill. So I've got Yukon Gold in here. I've got Red Pontiac. I've got Red Norland. And I think there's one more variety. I did not plant Kennenbach this year. I could not get the seed potatoes. But so far, so good. Sweet potatoes. We'll definitely do this experiment again. We grew these actually for our dog. She loves when I buy the sweet potato fries for her. So we will dehydrate whatever we get out of that for her. Yeah, this is the flower section. I'm not sure. I mean, this to me, I want it to be a little bit on the wild side. And I think that's exactly what it is. The yarrow looks beautiful. The delphinium, my goodness. Look at how stunning that is. Let's see if I can get a better shot. So pretty. So pretty. And it's down here. It's everywhere. Foxglove. I didn't think it should have bloomed this year, but in other areas it is blooming. This one's starting to shoot out. So why that one's pink and the rest are peach, I don't know. It's supposed to be an apricot. The stock flowers, 110% planting stock flowers again. That is an annual. They're on their way out. But they're just gorgeous. Of course, tick seed. We love our tick seed. It just puts out such an abundance of color and flowers, and it's just beautiful. And there's the pink yarrow, white. So I think this is done. Well, this is the watermelon patch that I figured I'd give it a whirl. And I do have some watermelon. So there's one, there's a couple more in here somewhere. There's one there. So we'll see what happens. These are short-term watermelon, meaning they don't need as long of a time. And then they don't get big either. They're not the oblong ones. They're round and more personalized watermelon, I guess you'd say. So this is one of those plant and forget plants for me. Whatever happens, happens. If I was determined to get watermelon, I would do a little more research, but for now, it's just one of those things. So yeah, not a whole lot I'd change back here, but I do have some changes in mind. Let's go see what else we can see. I don't know, guys. It's just beautiful. I am in love with this garden. Grow food, guys. Preserve it. Enjoy the flowers. if you can, stop and smell them once in a while. One day we'll be able to do that. Just so much going on right now. Anyway, on to changes. This is the fruit garden. Has caps, not changing anything. We do have to make this path usable. Oh, look at here. The raspberries. So that's what these are. These are all reds. The blueberry patch. Every time I think it's slowing down, it's not. So nothing I can change there. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's done well. My little flower section in the middle of the orchard. All donated lilies from a friend, which I think are beautiful. There's so many different varieties. Look at this one. Look at how pretty. Just so pretty. And this dark one. There's some yellow ones back in there. So, again, orchard. The gala tree looks great. Plenty of fruit on there. The black raspberries are turning. Some I need to pick. Oh, gotta pick that one. Bleeding Heart's on its way out for the season. My poor peach tree. 2025 was not a good year for it. No peaches this year, with maybe 4 or 5 on the tree. We got a hard ice storm at the wrong time and took out all the blossoms this year. So that's a bummer. Huge, huge, huge loss. But I still have peaches in the freezer from last year, so I'm okay. This cherry tree well, it's not a tree, it's a bush. They sold them for 1 year. This thing's like 6 years old. And it's never produced. And last fall I said either do something or they're cutting you down. And Lord and behold, it was loaded with cherries this year. So I have cherries in my freezer. I'm going to can those in a syrup. And we'll see what happens next year. Super excited about that. So changes are, that's staying. Outside the garden I have a pear tree, actually 2. I have that one. And there's a little tiny one on the other side that we planted last year. This one's about 6 years old. It does have a few pears on it. So I'm excited about that. The apple trees are doing okay. Some definitely better than others. The galas are looking good. What's the name of that one back there? I can't remember. That one, the baking apple, the northern greenleaf, that one's doing fantastic. So, yeah. As far as changes in the fruit garden, I don't see any. I mean, this too is kind of a plant and forget it. Whatever I harvest out of it, I do, obviously, but I don't go out of my way to do anything with this garden. Water once in a while if in a drought, but other than that, it's on its own. Well, I guess that about sums it up. I grow random things everywhere just because I'm fortunate enough to have the space. Would have spooned these sooner, but they are coming along great. A late spooning on them. I mean, look at how big that guy is. Fantastic. These are Patterson, so they will store really well for me. We had to replant some asparagus, planted outside the garden. That's all doing well. I don't think, oh, I do. All right, so I have lupin shoved in the back, which I'm fine with some black-eyed Susans in between, but these are too close. So these daisies all need to get pushed out to the center next year. That's on my bucket list. And maybe, I don't know, just move things around in here. It's a hot mess. This probably needs to be split. It's gotten so big. I've got the centers getting bare. I see a lot of new growth in there though, so it's definitely not dying. It's just gotten heavy. So I might make some changes with that. Oh, look at here. There's an orange one mixed in with this bunch. That's exciting. So yeah, I think that wraps up my list, which is a big list. No, this phone is at my nose. Look at how tall these are. Ridiculous. Just too tall to be in the front, because you're not getting to see anything in the back. I mean, there are plants back there. And the Baptisia is going to seed, so I'll be collecting those. So yeah, sorry, there's my garbage truck. I think it's beautiful the way that it is, but I just need to get these tall cone flowers. And I have space to put them, guys. I'm not throwing them away. They will be transplanted. So I think with a few subtle changes, it'll be even beautiful. More beautiful than it is right now. So other than that, those are my changes for the 2026 season. And I hope your garden's doing well. And everything else is going well for you. 2025 has been good. A lot of construction going on around here. It's been hard. It's been very, very long days. No free time. Unless people come up to see us, which we love because it forces us to stop working. So, visitors, set some dates. All right, guys, enjoy your day. Thanks for watching, and hit the like button and subscribe so to follow us on this journey and see all the changes in 2026. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.